It's not tea time. Obviously, I'm not in England, where they have tea with milk. Uh, Unfortunately, I haven't been to London. I would really like to go there, but it's so expensive, so I can't go. Anyway, so it will be Turkish tea time. So I will prepare Turkish tea, and in the meantime, I will just talk about different topics, from politics to other topics, if you like. As for the weather, so first, the weather outside is rainy. It's unpleasant. So first, I put water to boil, and this one I will add the tea, the Turkish tea. It's a black tea, so it will be like that. So anyway, outside the weather is rainy. It's very unpleasant outside. It's crap weather, but I mean nothing I can do about it. It's not like I can change the weather. It's not possible. So just we'll have black tea, and yeah. So shouldn't be too. Hello, welcome. So it shouldn't be too strong, but it will take time. So yeah, it's okay. Maybe you can see it. So it will be black tea, but yeah, I should not make it too strong. Hello, how are you? What's the weather like in your area? Here in Istanbul, it's rainy. It's not great weather at all. Anyway, so don't confuse my, I smile and stuff like that. I don't feel any better. Okay, so I had like two spoons, maybe just a little bit more. So don't confuse my, live video that, oh, I have such a great mood. No, obviously nothing has happened since then. I mean, nothing great. So anyway, I don't know who is watching this live, but yeah, I'm just okay. That should be enough. So what I mean is that, I have nothing has changed since last time. I still don't feel great. My back hurts in a way, but it's with aging, when a person is not young anymore, it happens. But outside it's rainy weather, so the mood is very low, but whatever, it's life sucks. But if I added that, we people, we tend to criticize each other so often for nothing, in vain, just for the sake of, some people think, oh, if they say bad things about another person, as though it's going to make them better. No way. I mean, everybody can have bad days. In fact, it's so common that, I'm surprised when I see like 3 people in this live. Like, usually there's no person who comes, when I make live video. I don't make this, live outside because it's rainy weather. It's not pleasant. So I thought to just have tea and talk to someone online, if it's, I don't know, if anybody wants to. So anyway, do you prefer my videos about politics? I guess, it's more interesting. Actually, people are, focusing on things that are not important. And when I say that, I mean that, small things, like petty small things, like, oh, the other person looks fat, because I received a comment the other day that I look fat and I gained weight. Okay, I did gain weight. I'm not feeling okay. I'm not well, but I mean, it just sucks, that people don't care about anything else. It's, you have gained weight. You look fat. I'm like, Is it the most important thing that you can talk about? There's nothing else in the world that you can talk about. That the other person, oh, she gained weight. As though that's the most important topic in the world. No. I mean, what importance will it have if a person is fat or slim? When, you know, the world is just really just turning into more hateful and crappy things, you know, because, you know, World War III is, you know, I mean, I think it has already started, but, you know, it happens in Ukraine, you know, the war, and also in Israel, you know, so, you know, what happens in Gaza and stuff like that. So, you know, World War III has already started, in my opinion, but don't care about that. Just focus on being happy. That's what you have to focus on. Just be happy and smile. And then everything is going to be miraculous. You know, like life is going to be wonderful if you smile. That's the biggest lie. Because how many people are trying that? You know, they try to be happy even if they feel very bad. You know, they feel depressed. They smile and nothing happens. The world doesn't get any better. It's just a, you know, lie that, if you do this, then everything is going to be wonderful. It's a big lie. So, no lie, it's gonna be lit tonight. No lie. One of my favorite songs. But yeah, I love that part. No lie. And yeah, really, people should not lie to one another about life, because what do they gain with it? You know, if they lie, it's going to be wonderful. Don't worry. Don't worry. But the reality is that people are not helpful. They will find the first opportunity to ruin your life because they are cruel. They are mean. People are not going to help. It's so rare if somebody helps another person. I haven't seen in my life that people have helped to another person that much. Not really. But I have seen numerous times when people were talking about, you know, gossiping about another person, and it's horrible, you know, and I was bored with it. Like, I don't want to be part of such community. That sucks. You know, they gossip about one another and like, do you know she has done that, this, or, you know, she went there, or she gained weight. Oh my God, that's like big news. Come on. Okay, I should put the T, but yeah, I mean, what do you understand what I'm talking about? People are talking so much bullshit. They don't talk about anything important. It's so rare if they talk about anything important. My God, they talk about bullshit, petty, small topics, and I really hate it. I'm bored with it. I don't want to be part of. Please take me out of this world. I don't want to be part of this shit. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be listening to people talking about bullshit about another person. Do you know this? Do you know that? Who cares? People talk so much small topics which has no importance in the world. You know, no importance that, you know, another person gained weight. What's the importance of that? Zero. But I mean, history, important topics, and languages, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, it's like not important. So you get what I mean? It's just, oh my God, it's just annoying. So yeah, I'm putting this. So hold on. So yeah, what I mean is just, it's just shit. That people, you know, treat one another like this is just awful, you know. Like, there is nothing good about humans. I mean, basically, they treat one another shit. That's the truth. That's the truth. I have seen it numerous times. So yeah, I put this now to boil. The water should boil, and then I will this is, I mean, very easy for Turkish tea, that at the bottom part the water is boiling and the tea, the black tea, is up here, and then when the water has boiled, we'll pour some water into this upper part, and then we'll slowly, like, what's it called, in English? Chai demlenecek. So that's it. I mean, brewing. I mean, slowly, you know, on the heat, it's going to. But first, the water has to boil. So anyway, people talk so much bullshit about one another, like, oh, this and that, and she gained weight, she did that, as though it was so important, like there was nothing else in the world, like. And you know why they do that? Because they are mean, that their hearts have some issues, they have jealousy or bad things in their hearts. And humans are, yeah. I mean, I don't know why people are surprised that, when I would like to say that, I mean, humans don't deserve this world because they are so cruel to one another. I mean, in 90% of the cases, they don't support one another. And I'm serious, I can tell you. So many times I have heard people say bad things about one another. And for the sake of putting the other person down, because, I don't know, they maybe inside felt, I don't know, bad about their lives or something. They have felt bad about their lives and, then they said something bad about another person, and it was just a horrible thing. But this happens in all spheres of life. It's not just, average people do this. It's politicians and everybody does, that they talk bad about another person, and it's just really, there's no end to it. It's a vicious cycle, and people are so mean. So I don't know why nobody is joining in this discussion about what I'm talking about, that, there's no way to change people because human nature is bad and evil. And when I say evil, I really mean it. I have experienced so much cruelty too. And I'm still unhappy. I don't have any friends in life, no genuine friends, absolutely nobody. I would call, yeah, you have been there over a long period of time as a really good friend and understanding friend or acquaintance. No one has been. Absolutely no one. So what I can say to you is that I'm tired of, people just expect another person to prove, But even if people try to prove something, the other person would hurt back at them. She couldn't do it. Yeah, she couldn't do it. And they laugh. They are so nasty. Humans are so nasty. And I still wish, that I died very, soon. I really don't want to be part of this world because I don't hope for any kindness, because people are nasty. I have experienced their nastiness, and I don't hope for anything good. I really don't hope for anything good. I wish I could say, yeah, there are great people who are supportive and who are kind. No, for me, there's absolutely no local, no foreigner, nobody who is kind. Nobody. And I don't want to prove anything to anyone. I don't care. You can hate me all you want. My life doesn't change. I don't know. Obviously, if you hate me, I feel worse. But it's not going to, I don't know why you listen, why you join in if you don't comment. That's okay. I mean, you don't have to write, many sentences or something. But I mean, why do you listen then? Is it just you want to judge me? She was going on a rant about the topic. It was a boring topic about human psychology. That, people are this, people treat each other this way or that way. And yeah, and don't you think it's true? Haven't you experienced bullshit from other people in your life? Haven't you? I don't believe that you haven't experienced bullshit from other people in your life. I have so many times, and I still do. And let me tell you, I really wish I were out of this world, because I don't have any kind person, no friends, nobody. And I don't believe in people, Don't tell me. I think that, even the polite few, like one or two polite commenters you know, on very few videos, I think they lie, that they don't tell the truth. I think they say a white lie. And do you know what a white lie means? It's a small lie, but it's still a lie, you know. So, you know, those polite few commenters, I think they hate me too. In fact, I think maybe one of the Turkish persons out there, because, you know, the locals, they don't like me. I don't know what's a big deal about, you know, if they see a foreigner. I don't know what's the big deal about that. I mean, and what's wrong with, you know, like speaking English? If you want, I can talk in Turkish. I don't know if you understand, you know me. Gerçekten çok yoruldum. Gerçekten. Hayattan yoruldum, insanlardan. Hiçbirisi güven vermiyor. Hep yalan söylüyorlar insanlar. Hep öyle, hep öyle. Neden bilmiyorum. Ben hiç kimseye inanmıyorum yani. Benim iyiliğim için kimse bir şey yapmadı bugüne kadar. Bugüne kadar gerçekten hiç kimseden yani iyilik görmedim. Ve sadece insanların yargılamasını gördüm. Yani beni yargıladılar. Ha, sen böylesin. Sen böylesin. Neyse. Ya da şöyle, kilo mu aldın? Kilo aldım. Sana ne? Ya da arkadaşların sana söylemedi mi kilo aldın diye? Söylemediler mi sana? Söylediyse ne var? Ya da söylemedilerse o zaman da ne? Zaten benim arkadaşlarım hiç yoktur. Şöyle söyleyeyim, hiç kimsenin iyi niyetine inanmıyorum. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. That's why I don't like to talk in other language, because probably you don't understand. I prefer to talk in English to Turkish or other languages. I don't know why, because it's just the international language and I prefer it. And it's a more flexible language. I love English. Sorry. So if you don't like it, well, you know, you can unsubscribe from, you know, my channel. You can do that. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. You decide. So anyway, it's still boiling and I'm just waiting for having tea, and obviously I'm just talking. And yeah, it sounds boring because I'm not, you know, outside. I should do something, you know, interesting. But yeah, that's the thing, that, you know, you don't understand that life is not always about, you know, I mean, not everybody is lucky to have, you know, an interesting life. The few selected people who have, you know, connections, those people who have connections, they have an interesting life. They can travel a lot. They have a supportive environment, but I don't have any supportive environment at all. I don't have any friends. And I don't believe anybody has a good intention for me. Because I know that you just judge me, you know, she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that. Like, you know, why? Actually, I don't want to be alive because I'm so unhappy in this world, because there's absolutely no genuine friendship, no person with good intention. It sucks, but this is the truth. I can't change people, you know, I can't make them, you know, a different person. I just can't, because people have, you know, jealousy, bad things in their hearts, and they reflect, you know, they criticize another person just because, I don't know, they think that, you know, a foreigner has it better than them. No, I definitely don't have it better here than you. If you are a local, I can tell you I don't have it better here just because I'm a foreigner. Absolutely not. It's not the case. I'm not lucky. I'm not a lucky foreigner. So yeah, whatever, you can judge me, hate me, or I mean, some locals, I really hate, that behavior from some of them, that they pray, bad prayer against another person. And I think they have done it towards me as well. I have never prayed against anybody that, the other person would suffer, or, you know, I mean, in this culture there is evil eye, nazar, and locals believe it, that, it's that some people have, like evil eye, that, they reflect, this evil energy towards them, and so they think that, so this evil eye would protect them from those evil effects. No, no, no. And I don't like that some of them, they pray, bad dua. It's an evil prayer. I just really don't find it any it's not appropriate in my opinion. But like ill wish, let me translate it into English like this: ill wish, in a form of prayer, they say ill wish to another person. It's just bad. I don't like it at all, and I don't do it against anyone. And I don't even know how to do bad dua, this evil prayer, but I don't do it against anyone. It's not my character. It's not my type of thing. So people are just people, whatever religion they have. They are just humans, So it's not like Christian or Muslim, like it, they, the difference that, I mean, Muslims, supposedly they don't eat pork. It's haram, it's prohibited for them. So they cannot eat pork. It's haram, it's prohibited thing, But I mean, when I just look at people, Christian or Muslim, to me they are the same. Like, they are just people. So there are very bad ones among them. So now it's boiling, so I should just lower the heat, and I will get this. What I will do is this. So pour some hot water, and then so that's what I will do. My glasses, from the steam I cannot see, so from the steam, so some water, and then it will brew this tea, black tea, and at the end, I don't know how many minutes later, it will be ready. Okay, just so I will put this on the stove so yeah, it's just the it's boiling, so the tea is up here and the water is there, and then it will be ready. So tea is up here, and at the bottom is the boiled water. So, and I will wait, I don't know, 15 something minutes, whatever, and then I will check and then pour some tea, and that's when it will be ready. I don't know how strong I made this tea, I don't know, but I will see. And yeah, so it's slowly let it boil. And yeah, that's it. I already have food ready for tonight, so I don't have to deal with that. So I just made the tea, and so it will be ready. So that's why I'm just making this video, so I have time to talk. But yeah, I switched on the lamp for, you know, light, because it's quite gray outside. You can see it on my other video I uploaded. I made it today. So yeah, and yeah, and as you know, in Muslim countries, the months of Ramadan is coming. You know, the fasting. People fast from dawn to dusk. So like from sunrise to sunset, and it will be I mean, I have tried it, but it's difficult to fast, you know, because you cannot eat during that time anything. And also the worst thing is not about eating, you know, not eating anything, but not drinking water, which, yeah, is difficult, especially when the weather is warm or hot. I mean, in the previous years, it was very warm weather. As you know, this particular month, every year it goes backwards in the calendar. So last year it was towards April, but now it's in March. So it's, you know, every year it's goes backwards. I don't know how many days backwards. So anyway, this is like the thing, you know, that's happening. Nothing special. I mean, in in this part of the world, I mean. But as I have said, I mean, the fasting topic is hard when you cannot drink water, and also the timing. I mean, it sounds weird that, you know, you get up in the middle of the night to eat and drink water or tea, something. But I mean, it's more advisable to drink plenty of water, and then uh, you start fasting, and then the day goes by, and then the sunset, and then you break the fast. And so you feel like, kind of, during that type of day, it's like obviously some pain in the stomach because of not eating anything, but how to say, yes, you feel some pain, and but it's more like the when you don't drink any water, it's, you feel how to say, unpleasant when you don't drink water. So anyway, I will check this thing very soon, but it's, you know, plenty of time. So yeah, I was just describing what it's like to, I mean, if you have ever tried fasting, it's a bit difficult, because some unpleasant feelings in the stomach, or something else happens, and not drinking water, it's unpleasant. So anyway, I'm just waiting for the tea. Wish it were ready sooner, but yeah, actually, yeah, I'm fat, you know, I'm ugly, I know, but what can I do? I mean, it's not like, you know, it's about well, I mean, with age, some people change. Or if a person is sick, if they have illness, they can also change in a form that's not pleasant, you know. I mean, you look at them and, oh, yeah, this person is sick. And you can see. So, yeah, I don't look good, I know. But I mean, what do you expect from me? What do you expect of me at this age? I'm not 20-year-old. I'm not, you know, anything special. I'm nothing. And yeah, I mean, when a person hasn't been able to achieve their dreams, and when a person cannot do anything they have ever wanted to, then they get depressed, I suppose. And also when people treat them shit, like they treat me shit, then, or completely indifferent, that they don't care about a person, that also makes a person very unwell emotionally. When other people just disregard you, that they ignore you, you know, completely, it can also have a cost on a person, like they feel damaged when, you know, people don't treat them in any sort of way. So yeah, two things I have described: when people treat somebody bad, or if they just ignore. And both of those things, they can have an impact on a person's mental health, because a person can feel really, really, you know, worn down by these experiences. And you can see on my face, I'm really exhausted. I'm really worn down by this world. I just don't enjoy life. And it's really difficult. I mean, I so much pretend any sort of, yeah, smile. And I just don't feel anything. In my life, there's nothing special. No good friends, no person with good intention that, yeah, I want the best for you. I don't want that you fail. I don't want you to fail, or to, you know, to want to kill yourself, you know. But there's no good person in my life who says, yeah, I'm really truly your friend, and you know, uh, I love you as a friend, as a good friend. I don't want you to, you know, to feel so horrible, you know. But there's no person who is kind to me. Like whatever I would do, I would see, you know, maybe a local Turkish person would, yeah, she's a foreigner. Like, so what? In all countries in the world, you can find foreigners, and you know what is to make you jealous of me? I don't have anything more than you have. In fact, I have less than you. You live in your country. I don't live in, and in my home country they don't treat me good either. In Hungary, I don't receive anything. People don't say any kind words, and they are just indifferent. Everybody is, you know, concerned with, you know, getting money, and it's, you know, superficial things, and they don't care about another person. So even if you dropped dead in front of them, they wouldn't help you. They would just say, this person dropped, you know, out of the competition. Great, we have more space. You know, it's how they don't help. They don't help. I have never received. And others say, yeah, but it's, you know, it's about, you know, religion. You have to understand that there's no one else who could help you but Jesus. You know, the Christians, they talk about that the only person who could help you is Jesus, because he understands the pain that you are going through, the depression or the disappointments that you have gone through in your life, that only Jesus understands. The other people, they treat you bad because because they don't understand what you have gone through. But like Jesus understands what you have gone through. No way. Nobody gives a damn. Of course, Christians say that people would never understand what you are going through in your life, what difficulties and pain. But I don't believe, no spiritual being cares about how I am. I'm not important. My life is so irrelevant. I don't matter. Like, I really don't have anything special about my life, and that sucks. But yeah, this is the case. Okay, let me see if the tea, maybe I take it early, but yeah, the tea, so just the first see if it's any sort of yeah, the color of it is getting like uh, not as dark. I should have put more tea, but uh, so yeah, I should have, but it's so yeah, it should be a little bit light. This tea is not so angry, but yeah, I should have put more tea, but yeah, I didn't want too dark tea, so I just put yeah, as I could. Yeah, it happens that things don't work out. So this is the yeah. So anyway, let's see then. There's the locals say that the locals say, when tea is very dark, but it didn't end up dark, it's like tavşan kanı, like it's very red color tea, black tea. And they say tavşan kanı, which means like blood of rabbits. So like the tea, like when the tea is so red, but this is not how, it's not red like that, but they say if the Turkish tea is very red, it's like tavşan kanı, chai. Chai, obviously, as you know, means tea. So anyway, let's have some tea. So I don't know, probably it was boring when I explained that the tea, if it's very red, but this is not that type, it would be called tavşan kanı. But this didn't end up so red. It's just yeah, very light. It's not so strong. So I don't put sugar in this because yeah, I already have so much sugar that yeah, I just don't. But why doesn't it hold this thing? Why doesn't it do that? Oh gosh. So yeah, this is the tray where I put this tea. So this is not so red. This is not so red, but yeah, I mean, this is what I will have. And anyway, so yeah, if nobody writes any comments or stuff, well, I can't do anything to change that. So if you don't want to have any topic to talk about languages or politics or whatever, or songs, whatever you want. But if you don't want to talk to me, well, it's up to you. I'm not going to force anybody to talk to me, you know. It's not like I force anyone to talk to me about different topics. It's, you know, I leave it up to people, you know. And yeah, you may find you may find most of the videos that I share very boring, because, you know, it's about those silly songs and stuff like that. But yeah, believe it or not, sometimes those silly songs, if you really feel low and very bad, I mean, you know, when you think, oh, people have treated, you know, treated you so crap, and you want to escape from this world, those silly songs, well, I wouldn't say help much, but, you know, I mean, this is just my comments. But yeah, I don't have anybody to share discussion with, you know, like to talk about a topic, because nobody is interested in. I come from Central Europe, which is not so much of interest, because I don't come from Ukraine, or I don't come from Russia, therefore I'm not so interesting. You know, because the Russian and the Ukrainian ladies are, you know, more interesting, obviously, because they are beautiful, you know. But I'm not. So anyway, hello, всем привет, hi everyone. Сегодня какое у вас настроение? How is your mood today? Сегодня means today. I'm talking about Russian now. But yeah, I should say сьогодні means today in Ukrainian. Сьогодні. Сьогодні means today in Ukrainian. But yeah. So anyway, I mean, you can judge me for whatever I share on my channel. As long as, you know, I mean, I don't prevent anybody from doing anything. I don't do bad things to anybody else, in my opinion. But still, people hate me. So what can I do if they hate me? I cannot force them to like me. So, you know, this is life, and this is people. You just cannot hope for any better treatment from people, because people are strange beings. They have emotional unstable things, and they have jealousy and bad wish, ill wish for other people. So you cannot really hope for the locals, they drink the Turkish tea very hot. I can barely drink it very hot, but still have to wait. But what I mean is, yeah, it's almost like my tongue burns when I drink. So it's like, oh my god. So yeah, it's so I don't know, it doesn't look red to me. It didn't end up. But yeah, maybe I will just pour this out and try to have another. Maybe that end up. Okay, I will pour this, because this didn't end up. I put some extra tea in it and boiled it for a while. So let's see if that would be any better than this one. I mean, it's just let me see. this one will be I don't know, the other one was so this one is a little better, okay, because the other one was so, yes, not so much but better than the other one. So yeah, this looks, in my opinion, more red than the other one. Just slightly, not much, but yeah. I cannot drink it now, I have to wait. I have to wait because yeah, it's very hot. Obviously it's boiling. So, but yeah. Locals, they have with Turkish tea, I mean, they can have different things with it. They can just drink the Turkish tea itself without having anything with it, but sometimes people can have some sweet or something or savory things like salty things with Turkish tea. They can also have like sultry pastry or something, but I won't have anything with it. So yeah, I'm so fat, and yeah, this is because it has just boiled. It's hotter than the other. Obviously the other cup, it's not as how to say. So yeah, I didn't end up that very red as, but yeah, it didn't put that much tea, I suppose. I mean, again, this noise, I'm like, oh, it's so noisy, and I can't do anything about this noise, background noise, as you can hear. I just put up with it every day. Yeah, it's really driving me crazy, because it disturbs sleep. It disturbs, when you want to concentrate on something, you cannot, because this noise is very bad. So yeah, whatever. I'm sure that nobody will comment on my videos. So yeah, it's I just share videos, but people don't give a damn, obviously, because but guess what? Okay, returning to politics. But who are important, is the politicians who make decisions for the people. It's good for them that they have an important job. They are very lucky to be able to travel to all countries in the world. I really wish I could do the same. I would really like to travel, but I can't because I'm not special, and yeah. So anyway, returning to the video I shared yesterday, the Ukrainian president Volodymyr Zelensky was here in Istanbul, and he met with the Turkish president Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and they were talking about maybe possible peace talks. That the Turkish president said that Turkey was ready to host peace talks for Ukraine and Russia, so that the two sides, that if they decide to have peace talks, Turkey would facilitate the peace talks. And And they also mentioned, you know, that in the past, Turkey was helping to get the grain deal, because um, there was, you know, issue at the outbreak of the Ukraine war in 2022, that you know, the grain deal had to be achieved between Ukraine and Russia, and Turkey was facilitating that deal. And in Istanbul, they signed the grain deal, which was helping African countries to get grain, different kinds of grain, which is very vital for them, because, you know, if they didn't get the grains, you know, many people would go hungry in African countries. So but I mean, the peace between, you know, Ukraine and Russia hasn't been achieved yet. um, and so but Ukraine wants just peace, because it has lost territories, and you know, like eastern Ukraine, and Russia is in Donetsk, Luhansk, and those areas, and Kherson, and also Crimea, you know, the Crimean Peninsula. So Russia took the Crimean Peninsula in 2014, and the international community didn't care much about Russia taking Crimea, and the international community cared only when in 2022, so 2 years ago, when the war broke out, and Ukraine was attacked by Russia. So that's when the international community cared about, you know, the topic. And the most interesting part is that Turkey is on good terms with both Ukraine and Russia. It's very interesting. I mean, I think Turkey does that policy because, well, one reason could be that, you know, because economically it helps that it is on good terms with both countries. But on the other hand, you know, Turkish people, they have this thing, you know, like Muslims, they you know, they shall not favor a side, but so that Turkey supports both Ukraine and Russia. However, Turkey says that Ukraine's territorial integrity must be protected. So, like it was on the news yesterday, Ukrayna'nın toprak bütünlüğü korunmalı. Sorry, now I just said it in wrong accent, but yeah, I'm just better at saying in English. Toprak Bütünlüğü. It means like the territorial integrity should be respected. Mm, however, I don't know how that's going to be achieved. I mean, because I don't think the Russian side wants to leave those territories. I don't think so. So and yeah, so there's an issue between I mean the European countries against against Russia, teaming up against Russia. Do you understand? Um, вам ясно? Понятно? Do you understand? So what I'm talking about, I don't know if the Russian side will leave the territories. I don't think so. But I mean, I don't hate any side as such. You know, I don't hate either. You know, I don't hate Russians. I don't hate Ukrainians. I don't hate anyone. But it's hard, you know, when this conflict, but it's basically not just Ukraine and Russia, but the United States is getting involved. I mean, it got involved in this conflict. So so you know, it has a part in it, but I don't know when we are going to see peace. That, you know, civilians should not suffer, you know. I mean, that's the main thing, you know. And it's very awful when civilians suffer, you know. I don't know, do you understand what I'm talking about? Понятно? Bilmiyorum ne söyleyeceğim şimdi. Fakat kimin dinlediğini bile bilmiyorum. Hangi dilde konuşayım? Türkçe mi konuşayım, yoksa başka yabancı dil mi konuşayım bilmiyorum. Çünkü hiçbir yorum gelmiyor yani. Canlı yayın yapıyorum fakat hiçbir yorum alamıyorum. Yani hiç kimse hiçbir şey yazmıyor. Никто не пишет комментария. Я не понимаю, почему. Я сейчас в прямой эфире я делаю прямой эфир, и я говорю о война между Украиной и Россией. Это очень сложный. Эта война сложная, потому что никто не... what I want to say is that nobody really wins much. I mean, in a sense that both sides have losses, you know, like their soldiers die or civilians die, and for what? For what do those people die for? Well, it's really horrible. I mean, you know, neighboring countries, Russia and Ukraine, that they, you know, in the first place, that they have such war between them is just horrible. Like I'm just cannot uh, what now I see comment. What? Just writing what do you mean? It's not a comment. I mean, probably you just want to imply that you don't care what I'm talking about. Which, or you may just be a hater that you just randomly find a live video somebody is making, and I just you don't comment a proper comment, like no, like something that you can read. It's a sentence. For example, like what you are talking about is boring. That's a normal sentence, but a hater would just come up with, nonsense like, ah, uh, like, just a type of nonsense. I don't know what's with people that they cannot comment properly. Like, hello, where are you from? Uh, So you are from an English-speaking country. I don't know which part did you miss when I was just trying to say in Russian or something. So what I mean is that these countries are fighting in vain because there's not really um, a victor, like somebody who wins this war, really, because both sides incur losses, that they have civilians dying, and that's what I'm talking about, that both sides they have losses of life, civilian lives, and also damage to infrastructure and all these things. Now, do you understand what I'm talking about? But I mean, if you don't watch this live video like continuously, obviously you won't understand what I'm talking about. What? You can't comment like you understand, you don't understand, like this. What is that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It's just playing games. I don't know, I'm bored with people who don't care, like simple minded topics. I'm not interested in just you know and that's the thing. I'm stuck um, where nobody cares deeply about anything. People are just you know they care about small topics, like the other person gained weight. Oh my god, she gained weight. That's what they care about. Nothing important. People don't care about important topics like what's happening in the world. What do politicians do? They don't care about just simple topics, and I'm just bored with it. I'm really bored. I don't want to deal with just those things. I don't know. I'm just stuck in an uninspiring environment where the type of person I am, I don't fit in this type of environment, because I don't like talking like this bullshit gossip that people enjoy talking about. I'm not interested in. But also politics, just as every human topic, it's such a mess. Don't you think that politics is such a messy topic because people argue about it? They insult one another, just because they say this person is she's a communist, or no, the other person is a capitalist. And they just tear each other apart as though that was really important, and they don't understand. They are just played by the game. It's a game that people, average small people, those who don't have much money like me or you or somebody else, we are being played by powers. They control our minds, what we think, and they control our economies, like how much money we have. And then they make people fight with one another. Over what? Over money, over power struggles. These things happen all over the world, and people don't respect one another. And why do people think about boundaries, like borders? That's what I don't get. That some people are really limited in their physical boundaries. Like, oh, there's a border, and beyond that border, those people living outside of that border, they think of them as, like, oh, evils, strangers, aliens, and they hate them. Why? That other person, beyond the border where you live, is also a human being. Just see it. For example, because in the US, they look at the Mexicans like, ah, they are like, they look at, some of them like inhumane, like they don't treat them as normal human beings. And this is just so upsetting, that people are controlled, that this physical, like their minds, is this boundary. It's limited, and they don't see it as wrong, that everybody living on this world, I mean everybody living on this earth, that's what I wanted to say, or in this world, is a human being. They just speak a different language, that's it, but they are still a person. They are a human being as well. Just because their skin color is different or they speak a different language, why do they treat them differently? And that's what I hate. I know what you mean, I agree. So I'm just reading a comment. So yeah, I mean, people have this hatred, and why do we speak a different language? I mean, shall we go back to the Bible stories, and when the languages were mixed up, so people could no longer communicate with each other freely. There were different languages evolving, and so because people are sinners, they have bad nature. And so the languages, like, you look at nowadays world, if somebody doesn't speak your language, sometimes there are some people, with such mindset that they look at the other person who doesn't speak their language like, ah, a dumb person, or oh, an evil person, ah, dumb, stupid person who doesn't speak my language. Like, and or they hate another person for speaking a particular language that they speak. Like, for example, nowadays, because of this war, Ukrainians hate Russians, and I mean Russian language as well. They hate Russian language. And so you just see how Satan works. Satan is able to like make people like really, really hate each other and go against one another. So like Satan is very smart. So for example, this, Ukraine war, what's happening? That Ukrainians, because of the hurt that they are going through, they hate Russian language. And does it help if they hate a particular language? No, it doesn't help them. But or Russians hate Ukrainian language, and it's also the same stupid topic. They should not hate Ukrainian language. But simple-mindedness, Satan is controlling people and powers. And so that's why nobody is kind to another person, and people treat each other so bad. Do you get my point now? What I'm talking about is this, that languages sometimes are used as tools that, people put boundaries between one another. But basically, the other person is also a human being with emotions, and And so language is just a device that people use, you know, for communicating. Language is just used for that purpose, but some people use language as division. They want to divide people. You speak this language, oh, you belong to this only. You don't belong to other. But I don't like this type of attitude, and anyway. So I will finish up. I will wrap up. So I will I don't know, nobody's watching now. Anyway, nobody's watching now. So I will wrap up this topic about what I was talking about. I'm getting tired, and I don't feel well. And so yeah, that's it for today. And I don't know, maybe I will upload other videos, I don't know. But I really don't feel well for now. So thanks for watching and joining in. And have a nice weekend. Bye.